What's up guys, this is Wenzes. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about creating an epic life on your terms. And today we're talking about the healthy habits that will help you to go to bed at 10 p.m. First off, remember, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. We need to reprogram your mind, your body, in order to be able to go to bed earlier. It's not possible to change your habits from one day to the other if you always go to bed at like 2 a.m. in the morning and then the next day you're gonna start going to bed at 10 p.m. and you're gonna stick to it without any problems. I don't know one person who has made this shift, and it's just not necessary. Give yourself time, maybe like a month or two, in order to make it happen. So we're really gonna work on the little specific changes that will create this easy transition for you so you can go to bed at 10 p.m., feel fulfilled, do not feel like you're missing out on something, and you feel refreshed and energized when you wake up in the morning. And lean into it. Do not be too strict for yourself. Maybe 11:30 will be much more doable and you can sustain it much longer than if you say it has to be 10 p.m. Maybe you can say, now I'm gonna go to bed at 11:30. I'm gonna learn how to switch from 2 a.m. to 11:30 and stick with that for a year before you actually say, okay, now I actually wanna go down to like 10 p.m. Or maybe you say, actually 11 is great, I don't need more sleep than that, I'm fulfilled, and I have a great rhythm that works for me. We need to understand the psychology behind this. Why do most people go to bed so late? And I'm not talking about you come off work at, let's say, 12:30 in the morning and then you go to bed at 1. That's somebody who goes to work and goes to sleep right away. We're talking about you come home at like 8 and you feel like the day hasn't even started, then you start eating, then you just want to relax, then you watch what's going on in the news, and before you know it, it's 2 o'clock, you go to sleep, you probably fall even asleep with the TV on. The next morning, the alarm rings at 6 a.m., you're tired, you're exhausted, and the same thing happens over and over again. So the reason why you don't want to go to bed so early is because you want instant gratification. The day was hard enough, you were tired all day, you don't want to restrict yourself on the one great thing you have that day, which is your free time after work where you can just relax and not worry about anything. But that's a vicious circle. This is the thinking that got you where you are. What we need to do is actually not go for the instant gratification, to delay gratification. Those are the things that will help us to really get the good sleep, to actually wake up in the morning, feel completely energized, do so many productive and interesting things during the day that in the evening, it's really no big deal for you to go to bed early. That's the goal. That's why I'm able to go to bed so early. At the end of the night, I feel like now it's time to calm down. I've experienced so much joy and excitement during the day. Now I'm able to really take that time to focus on having this amazing sleep so tomorrow can be an even better day. So how do you start? You become stricter with yourself. You have to delay even that little gratification that you feel you get to experience in the evening. We have to start with being stricter and more disciplined with ourselves in the beginning so you have more joy in the long run. Once I started doing these videos, for example, of course it was difficult for me. Of course it was me who had to stand up on Sundays and say, today I'm gonna stick up for myself and I'm gonna do this. But in the long run, this gives me so much more energy. This gives me so much more peace and calmness to my life. This has helped me to create the life that I always wanted. So I was willing to pay the price. You need to pay forward into what you want to experience. So let's look at your evening habits. What are you doing at night? Is it that you watch TV before you go to bed? Do you check your emails? Are you always on your phone checking Instagram? Maybe all of them at the same time. You gotta be aware of it. You gotta write it down. Write it down like you would in a diary. What are you actually doing that night? And also be honest with yourself at what time you actually go to bed. So if you think, oh, I always go to bed around 12, but then you realize, no, actually it always turns out to be 12:45. Then really write that down. You need to be aware of what's going on right this second so you're able to change something about it. And then set weekly goals to improve this behavior. So first off, let's really look at the time you're going to bed. So let's say you have this example of you going to bed at 12:45. What is the goal you should have for the first couple of weeks? Well, it should not be to go to bed at 10. It should not be to go to bed at 11. It should be to be in bed by 12:15. The most 12, but that's it. Do not push the envelope. It's just too much. It's too much of a change, too much of time you have to sacrifice that you were able to indulge in before. So it has to be a time period that you can handle. And only when you're able to stick to this time for at least a week, then you're able to take the next step. And at the same time, make it easier on yourself. How do you do that? You change the things you do before you go to sleep. If you keep watching horror movies at night or thrillers or something that really gets you excited, then maybe switch it up. Start watching something that's more calm. Start watching something like Family Feud, or start watching sitcoms that calm you down. I love Frankie and Grace. That's a really calm thing I can just have if I really want to watch something and just indulge and not do anything specific. I watch something like this before I go to sleep. And again, don't be too strict with yourself. We need to discipline ourselves, but if it's too much, it's gonna overwhelm you and you're gonna break it off. It has to be something that is doable. So if you're addicted to this excitement that you have watching TV in the evening, you can't just say, oh, then I'm just gonna start meditating for 2 hours. It's not realistic. You're not gonna do it. It has to be something that's just a little bit less exciting, a little bit calmer than the thing you're used to. Turn down your lights a little bit in the evening. You don't need that brightness after 8 p.m. and start cutting down on the electronics in your room. I don't have any kind of electronics in my bedroom, so I don't have a TV in there. I leave my phone outside, so people say, oh, I need an alarm clock. Well, buy yourself one. I bought myself an alarm clock with batteries, and if I need it, that's there. So I don't need that excuse of that's why I need my phone in my bedroom. If you're not able to really completely put it away, at least put it away so you can't get to it when you're laying in bed. Step by step, but the more you remove those electronics from your room, the more you get addicted to this calmness that your bedroom and the sleep in itself is giving to you. Another thing that will definitely help you is to get an accountability partner. I'm sure you have a friend or a relative that also wants to sleep better, that also wants to make sure that they go to bed earlier because they're not getting enough done during the day because they're so tired and exhausted. Start this accountability process together. Tell each other what time you want to go to bed this week. Tell yourself what kind of electronics you're pushing out of your room and what other kind of gratifications you're delaying in order to have a much better and fulfilled life and sleep. So remember why you started this process. This is not because you need another task. This is not because you need another goal. You do that because you get to experience the entire day so much more peacefully, with so much more energy, and not feeling like time is running out. Once you start living this process, once you start going to bed earlier, you'll see how you naturally wake up earlier as well. You get so much more done and the day feels much fuller. You'll see that it wasn't time that you were lacking before, that wasn't the reason why you stayed up 3 hours longer than you should have. The reason why we're doing this is because we haven't experienced that many great things during the day. But once you start this process, once you start feeling energized when you wake up, you get to experience so much of these things. So when you go to bed at night, when you're at home and the day is coming to an end, you feel like you experienced so many great things that day that you don't have the feeling that you're missing out on something. You get to decide how you want your day and your night to look like. If you want some help with this, chat with me or sign up for one-on-one coaching. Both links are in the description. And if you want to know more about healthy habits, then check out the video on my morning and evening routines in 2019. Like always, guys, I wish you a wonderful day, a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.